Hello, and welcome to English Podcast Session. I'm John.
And I'm Amelia. Thanks for joining us today as we dive into an important and timely topic, mental health in a post-pandemic world.
That's right. We'll examine the ongoing effects of the pandemic on mental health, the rise of teletherapy, and share some tips on supporting your well-being.
Plus, don't miss our vocabulary segment to boost your English and a short story to tie it all together at the end. Let's get started.
Amelia, I think we can all agree that the pandemic changed everything. From lockdowns to remote work, our routines were flipped upside down.
Absolutely, John. It wasn't just about physical health. For many, the emotional toll was significant. Feelings of isolation, anxiety, and even grief became common.
Let's talk about why. Humans are social creatures, right? Being cut off from friends and family disrupted our sense of connection.
Exactly. And not to mention the uncertainty. When will it end? Will things ever go back to normal? Those questions created a lot of stress.
Then, there's the economic impact. Job losses and financial insecurity added even more pressure.
So true. It's no surprise mental health issues like depression and anxiety surged during and after the pandemic.
But amidst the challenges, one major shift occurred: teletherapy.
Yes, therapy went digital. People could access mental health support from the comfort of their homes.
And it wasn't just for emergencies. Many found it more convenient than traditional therapy.
Right. It removed barriers like commuting or living in areas without nearby therapists.
What's your take on its effectiveness, Amelia?
Well, research shows teletherapy can be just as effective as in-person therapy for many issues. But it's not perfect. It might not suit everyone.
True. But it's a valuable option, especially for those who might not have sought help otherwise.
So, John, what can people do to support their mental health in this post-pandemic world?
Great question. First, let's talk about routine. Having a daily structure can bring a sense of stability.
Absolutely. And don't underestimate the power of physical activity. It's great for both your body and mind.
Another tip: practice mindfulness or meditation. Even a few minutes a day can help reduce stress.
Also, stay connected. Regular check-ins with friends and family can make a big difference.
And lastly, don't hesitate to seek professional help if needed. It's a sign of strength, not weakness.
Now, let's pause for our vocabulary section. We'll share 5 key terms from today's episode to enhance your English.
Isolation. Meaning, being separated from others. Example: the isolation during the lockdown was difficult for many people. Teletherapy. Meaning, therapy sessions conducted online or over the phone. Example: teletherapy became popular during the pandemic. Resilience. Meaning, the ability to recover from challenges or setbacks. Example: building resilience can help you cope with stress. Mindfulness. Meaning, being present and fully engaged in the moment. Example: mindfulness exercises can reduce anxiety. Grief, deep sorrow, especially caused by loss. Example: she experienced grief after losing a loved one.
Now, back to our discussion. To wrap things up, here's a short story that highlights today's topic. Meet Sarah, a working mom who juggled a full-time job and 2 kids during the pandemic. When lockdowns hit, she felt overwhelmed. Her kids needed homeschooling. Her job went remote, and she barely had time for herself. Over time, Sarah started noticing signs of burnout. She decided to try teletherapy. Her therapist helped her set boundaries, like designating work hours and scheduling me time. She also began practicing mindfulness with her kids, a few minutes of deep breathing every evening. Slowly, she felt more balanced and connected. Sarah's story reminds us that seeking help and making small changes can lead to big improvements in mental health. That's all for today's episode of English Podcast Session.
We hope you learned something valuable about mental health in a post-pandemic world.
Don't forget to share this episode with friends and practice the vocabulary we discussed.
And remember, taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health.
Until next time, stay safe, stay connected, and stay well.
Bye for now.